Hey there, Sagittarius. Welcome to your December 27th midweek update. We are going to clarify this reading, and we're going to see what else wants to come up for you. If you haven't watched part 2 yet, or part 1, I should say, this is part 2, then make sure to watch part 1. That is going to be linked up down below. And we've already covered everything that you see here so far, and that will be that. So, Sagittarius, you start off with this chameleon spirit. This card says, act as if. I love this card. It just says, if you want something, then you need to act as if you already have it. We were talking all about greatness in your first part of the reading, because it looks like you're getting ready for success or you're getting ready for some greatness here. And I would say that this card just says, act as if you already have it, and you will have it, plain and simple. And that's really what I feel here. I just felt something hit me in the leg, which was weird. I don't know, some of you might have something going on with your left leg or left side of your body, something like that. I don't know, it popped into my head. But what I would say here is that I feel like some of you just need to act as if you already have something with this card. With the Knight of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Again, greatness. It's like the universe is making you an offer. The Ace of Pentacles is just a card of potential. You have to grab on to that pentacle. Even your first card, the Knight of Pentacles, says you have to take action. These fields down here are empty, and there's nothing growing in those fields. So you have to be the one that starts planting the seeds of your future in those fields. But I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you. This is a very good reading, Sagittarius, and the first part was really good as well. With the Two of Wands, you have the Devil. You have the Devil twice in this reading. The Devil and the Two of Wands are your crossing energy in this reading. And again, the Devil showed up also in your foundational energy as well. It kind of looks like you need to walk away from some sort of devil-like energy. It could be anything. But I do feel it is something that kind of maybe you feel is supporting you in a way, like a job. And, again, like I'm not going to sit here and, preach or anything like that. But I do feel like in some ways that if it's a job, for example, it legitimately could be supporting you. It could be the thing that's supporting you. And it's very difficult to just walk away from something like that. But I do feel this reading is asking you to, change your story, number one, which we see here at the end. And I also feel like it's saying start planting seeds to like find something better or to get out of the situation. Same thing with love is like you might be in a love situation that is supporting you, but at the same time, maybe it's not right. So I do feel this reading is asking you to cut out some sort of devil energy from your life. I think sometimes people are a little bit too dramatic about the devil as well. It can represent addiction and, all these things. It can represent an energy vampire, something that's sucking energy away from you. But it could also be something small, so definitely something to think about. With the Six of Wands, you have the Page of Swords. This is coming up in the area of your thoughts. I think this is like what's going to start. I feel for a lot of you that the Page of Swords is a card of curiosity. It's a card of moving your thoughts in the right direction. For some of you, I feel like that's exactly the solution to the devil here, is if you could just get the ball rolling, if you could just get the, Esther Hicks calls it the momentum. You can call it whatever you want, right? If you could just get the momentum moving in the right direction, and if you could start with your thoughts, I feel like you will easily be able to remove yourself from any toxic situations or anything. Again, the devil doesn't have to be something toxic. It could just be something that is a restriction. It could be something that is holding you back or that you feel is holding you back. It could be a belief. It could be anything. Page of Swords just says, get the ball rolling. Just start moving in the right direction. And Six of Wands, again, card of success. Like I said, your thoughts are on greatness. It's like your thoughts are going in the right direction. Next, in the second row, you have the Embracing card. Definitely a card of kind of embracing the in-between time, embracing the time that is right now. So for some of you, I feel like you need to do that. I do get this energy of needing, I don't know how to say this the right way, but I'm going to say it anyway. I feel like you can only really rely on yourself right now, Sagittarius. That doesn't mean people can't help you and people won't help you and things like that. But I'm getting this energy of self-reliance, needing to kind of focus on pulling yourself up out of whatever your situation is. I'm not saying there might be nothing wrong with your life right now. Things might be going well, but things could always get better. And I feel the universe is trying to get you to kind of more rely on your own self with this card. With the Devil, You have the Emperor, definitely something controlling you. The Emperor is actually a pretty good card, though, in the foundation. He is ready for action, so I do feel that a lot of you are ready for action. You're ready to take control. I kind of feel this is also like the energy that could be very beneficial for you right now as well. It's like stepping more into that masculine side of the energy, whatever you want to call it. More action-taking energy is what is needed with that devil energy, and I feel like this is part of what could be pulling you out of something. I also feel like, he's wearing his armor underneath his cloak. It kind of symbolizes him being ready to go. He is like always ready for action. He's ready at a moment's notice for whatever, for war, for taking action, for doing something. So I kind of feel like you are ready to walk away from this situation, whatever it is. With the King of Swords and Six of Cups, you have the Moon card. This is coming up in your past position. This is also your passing energy. What is passing you? You have the Sun right next to this right here. So I like that. This could say that you are definitely moving away from the devil energy, going from the Moon to the Sun. You're going from a period of darkness to a period of light. And, again, the Moon comes up, the Moon goes down, the Sun comes up, right? There's part of life. So I feel for a lot of you that you're kind of like getting away from this place of fear and scarcity and lack, and you're moving towards the Sun, which is the total opposite. Actually, pretty nice energy, Sagittarius. I feel like you're moving towards like a lot more happiness and abundance as well. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Queen of Swords. This is coming up in your near future. The Queen of Swords, she is very focused. She's like the first Swords court card that is very focused on the future. So I feel for a lot of you, you're kind of like focusing in the right direction. You have the King and the Queen of Swords here. The King and the Queen of Swords to me can represent divine counterparts, but I'm not a big fan of the King and the Queen of Swords together. To me, they're two people. Like, the King is facing forward, she's facing off to the side. There's some sort of conflict here. So for some of you, I do feel, as far as love is concerned, the devil could be your relationship. And it's, could be something that's like codependent, or maybe you just don't get along, or there's some sort of other issue. I don't know. I feel like this is a repeating story that's been coming up for you from time to time, Sagittarius. It might be like a situationship that you're in, or, something that you're dealing with. I feel like you're moving away from it, is what I would say to you. So it's like if you're in a situationship, or if you're in something that is toxic, it looks like you're kind of like going another direction or moving away from it in some way. Next, you have this Storyteller card. I love this card. Just like the Act As If card, this card says you will create the story that you tell. Look, there are blank pages here on this card. So you can create whatever you want. I feel like you just have to write it down. For a lot of you, I feel like literally writing it down would probably be a good idea. Putting it on a piece of paper, writing down what you want your future life to look like, or whatever, scripting, all sorts of stuff. I would be doing that with this card. I feel like it'll be very beneficial for you. For others, I feel like just simply changing your words would be very beneficial. This came up for another fire sign as well. I don't remember who, but I was telling the other person, it might have been Leo, that it's like literally that's the only thing I've done in my life is I just changed my words. Like years ago, I was miserable. I said to them, I was a miserable SOB, right? I wasn't like I am today. And the only thing I did is changing my words. And like I said to everybody, it's free. It doesn't cost any money to say nicer things about yourself. It doesn't cost any money to use better words. It doesn't cost any money to focus more positively, right? Even if it's not the truth, right? And definitely for me, it wasn't the truth. I had to like lie to myself, literally. But guess what? Things started to get better. And I'm here to tell you again. I mean, like I know it's hard to believe, but yes, literally, that's all I did. I didn't do anything differently. So I would definitely recommend it with this card. With the Ace of Cups, you have the King of Wands. You showing up here, Sagittarius, showing up in a very strong position. The Ace of Cups is the next few months. I feel like you're feeling bold, feeling assertive. Your energy is changing. I get a very cold feeling from the King of Swords. Maybe that's where your energy is right now. And you have the King of Pentacles. You have three kings here, which is almost the Emperor. And you do have the Emperor here. But I get a very cold feeling from that King of Swords energy. And this is you warming up. You are stepping more. I feel like you're allowing yourself to be more creative. Again, King of Swords can be too logical. He can think that everything has to have an answer and it has to be this way. Whatever the hell that means. King of Wands is like a little bit more creative. He's willing to be more flexible. Which you have right here. You have this flexibility card that came up in your first reading. and he's willing to be more flexible. He doesn't really care how he finds success as long as he's successful. He doesn't need to have all the answers, right? And I feel that is going to be important for you. With the sun, you have the Three of Cups. Love it. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So there's clearly going to be a celebration coming in for you. I feel like there's a lot of happiness and just good things coming in with the sun and the Three of Cups in this area. And there could be some celebrations. Very good socializing energy as well. So it's like if you're hoping to socialize, if you're hoping to be together with other people, this is very good. I also feel there's just clearly a celebration. The sun and the Three of Cups, amazing. With the Wheel of Fortune, you have the Temperance card. Your card. Are you kidding me? Both of your cards right here. This is your future feelings. You are clearly, I feel like you're feeling on fire with the Wheel of Fortune and the Temperance card. I feel like you're feeling good. You're feeling like things are going your way. Definitely a card of patience. But again, both those cards are your card, Sagittarius. So it's like I feel like whenever you show up as yourself, especially twice in the same position, that's pretty crazy. To me, that says that you're in a position of power and strength, which kind of allows you to get what you want from the reading. And with the King of Pentacles, you have the Ten of Swords. I feel like it's just time for a new beginning. I feel like it's time for you to cut this devil energy out of your life. For some of you, I feel like it's a person. Let's get nosy here, Sagittarius. I want to pull one of these cards first. Yeah, you have this Come to the Edge card. I feel like for you to escape the devil, I feel that pushing yourself, you're like the third time that has had a message like this. I do feel I'm cheating a little bit because of the astrology next year. I would say if I was being super picky about next year in particular, 2022, I would say that the people who are going to be super successful are going to be the ones that go to the edge and go a little bit further. So it's like in love, it's like, do you normally quit after a certain time? Does the romance in all your relationships fade away after 6 months? This card says, stretch it out to 7. Find a way to make it go longer. It literally just says, go to the edge. Do you start a business and it always fails after 6 months? This says, try to push it to 7. Do whatever you can. Learn what you need to learn. Does that mean that you're going to be able to do it? No. It's more about trying with this card. It's not so much about actually getting to that point. Because if you try, then the universe is going to just open up for you. So I kind of feel like this card is saying, like, it's time to open up here. I just want to get a little bit nosy and say, what is the deal with the devil? that sounded weird, but you have the King of Cups, the King of Wands. Look at all these kings, every single king, and the Nine of Pentacles as well. So for some of you, it could be love. I would say that this would represent emotional manipulation, and that's kind of like what I'm getting here. On the negative side of things, the King of Cups could be emotional manipulation. This could be you. This could be them. It could be, it doesn't even have to be a person. It could be a situation that is manipulating you. So I would definitely look into that. Is there something that has more control over you than it should? Doesn't have to be an addiction. It could be Netflix. It could be, I'll just tell you a story. Like years ago, when I had a business that was very successful, and I quit that business, and because my heart wasn't in it. I said the same thing to Leo. You might want to watch a Leo reading if you have Leo in your chart. And I used to get these, like, it wasn't really depression, but I used to get, like, pissed off for no reason. But the weird thing is like, I could feel it coming. Like, I knew, like, something would happen, something wouldn't go my way, and I could almost feel this pissed off feeling, kind of coming before it actually came to me. And it controlled me for a very long period of time with that devil energy. I kind of have that popping into my head. I'm not saying that's exactly what it is for you, but I feel like there's something like that, where it's almost like you see it coming before it actually happens. The King of Wands, I think it's interesting that the King of Wands is facing the King of Cups here. So I feel the King of Wands is saying, you need to face whatever this is and conquer it. I feel like you will easily. I also feel the King of Wands is part of your answer. King of Wands is about creativity. It's about kind of being bold, being assertive, but also being creative, which we kind of talked about earlier. And there's this certain kind of like warming up of the energy here. And your outcome is the Nine of Pentacles. You have everything you need. Nine of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy. So you don't have the Empress here. You have a lot of this Emperor energy, every king plus the Emperor. So maybe you actually need to step more into your feminine, which is more of that kind of creative, being in that creative space, being in that co-creative space. The Empress, which you don't have here again, but I kind of feel that you need to step up into that Empress energy or lean more to that side. She understands that she comes from infinite source abundance. She understands that she comes from infinite source intelligence as well. So it's like she is a never-ending source of abundance of all things. And maybe you just need to go that direction. Again, doing things like writing, journaling, scripting, creating, literally. All those things are going to be very important for you for success. But this is a very good reading. So thank you for being here, Sag. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Also, definitely check out part 1 if you haven't already down below. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.